Hi everybody, this is Hannah with Hannah's Heirlooms, and today I want to show you my current glass beaded collection so far, beaded necklaces. I am going to show some loose beads in my collection as well. I thought this would be really fun to look at them all together, and I'm not sure how long this will be because I want to kind of go through each piece quickly. But if you're interested in learning more about the history or just more in depth about some of these glass pieces, I've actually covered a lot of these in past videos, and I will link them in the description below. I absolutely love older glass jewelry, and I've done educational videos on Venetian Murano Millefiori, on wedding cake beads, on foil glass beads, satin glass, Japanese beads, beads made in India. I have a whole playlist, so I'll link that there so you guys can we could do more of a deep dive there. I actually kind of want to show you just what I look for when I'm collecting pieces, and so that may help you in identifying these out in the wild. Just very quickly show you some things. All of these are, I would say, Art Deco era. I do have a couple pieces from, I would say, 40s, 50s, and then just a few from the 70s, maybe 80s at latest. But most of these I'm showing you are from the Art Deco era, possibly some earlier 1900 pieces. So these right here are my personal collection. I will show some later that are actually for sale. They are listed in my Etsy shop and my eBay shop, which is linked below. I also do direct sales, and I can give a better price that way. For anybody interested, just wanted to mention that. So let's get in here. I'm not sure which to pick first. Actually, we'll start with the end pieces because they're very similar. This one I got recently. I did a short about this piece. It is super long, Art Deco era. This is Czech satin glass, and these beads are very unusual. They use something to kind of spin and drag this around when it was lamp worked. Creates this really unusual shape, and then these were pinched with tongs. Same here, they've been pinched and twisted. This is satin glass. You can see here it kind of has this moon, kind of like moon glow effect. Some people get it confused with that. A couple of other pieces I have that are called satin glass are these. Aren't these gorgeous? These are some of my favorite. These are hand knotted. A lot of these older glass beads, they'll be hand knotted or they'll be linked like this. They will have little jump rings in between. They will not be twisted with thin wire. You see that a lot. That's actually beads made in India. You want to see really good construction with the Czech glass pieces. This is one of my favorite. I love the little flower details and then the little splatter of color. This one is gorgeous. These barrel-shaped beads. These are kind of squared off. Again, these are probably Art Deco era. And then, you know, I can't say which is my favorite. I'll just say what I absolutely love about each one of them because they're really unique in their own way. It just amazes me at the craftsmanship. I've said this before when I do my educational videos. There's so much time and effort and craftsmanship in these pieces. They are, you know, from 100 years ago, and most of these were made by families, family companies, and they handed down their recipes, is what they would call it, of how to make the glass. You know, molding it, lamp working it. There's all different, you know, techniques and different things you can add into it, different minerals to show different colors. It's just amazing, and I try to cover, you know, a lot of info in my videos, but I'm just scratching the surface. There's so much to know, to learn with these beads. It's quite amazing. These I love the color. It is satin glass. They're melon shaped. These were molded, and then they have this swirl of pink color, and it's just so yummy. It reminds me of jam or some kind of preserve. I just love the colors together, that purple and pink. These are quite special and currently my favorite. Now let's see. Okay. I'm gonna show, this is something I currently have for sale. These are really unique. I went over these in my satin glass video. Now, they're a different type of satin glass. They do have a frosted look, and they look very natural, almost like shells, and they do actually feel like it in your hand. I don't know if collectors still refer them to this, but they're also called mother of pearl glass beads. They have this shimmer and shine just like mother of pearl. Very, very beautiful, but typically people call this satin glass today. I love it. Multi-strands. I've had these in several different colors before. I think I had it was blue or green that I sold very quickly. Really pretty, and it's lightweight. It's really not that heavy. So I want to show you another piece. I just got this, and I want to shout out the person I got this from. They are here on YouTube. Her name is Vicky with, I hope I say this right, Enchanted Dreams Handmade and Vintage, I believe. And I'll link her down below. She does unboxings and she does sales right from her videos. You can contact her. So I saw this necklace in one of her videos. These are also the mother of pearl glass, but these are called Atlas beads because of the shape, the cut of them. They are pentagon shaped, so they're 5-sided, and they have like these facets on the end like that. And I've never seen one with such large beads. You normally find them like a quarter of the size, at least I have. And these are just so gorgeous. I love the little bicone beads in between, and she had this at a really good price, and I think it's because it was missing a rhinestone here, and I thought, well, I could probably buy something to replace it, but actually I already had these multicolor glass navettes. I already had them. They're actually for sale in my shop, and I thought, okay, well, I'll probably just go ahead and change this other one. And then I got curious because these sort of have a greenish hue to them. So another thing you should always have with you, or at least when you bring pieces home and check, is use a black light. And these are actually uranium, the kind of satin looking glass there. So that would probably be even harder to find a replacement for. So I think this looks fine as it is with this stone. You guys let me know what you think, but I love it like that, and I'm gonna have to enjoy this for a little while. Not gonna sell it. This is just beautiful. I just love the sheen it gives off. Just gorgeous. So please check out Vicky's channel. She's super sweet. She gave me a lot of extra pieces as well. All right, let me see if there's some more satin glass. Yes. This is one I have. I actually relinked this. I used an older clasp there. So this isn't original, you know, construction, but I tried to stay as close, you know, to the era, how it would have been made. And again, these are beautiful, beautiful satin glass. It just has that beautiful sheen to it, moon glow look. This is interesting. I had a little bit of black in there, probably soot from when it was being lamp worked. You also find this in brooches or earrings. The same glass, this technique is used to make that faux star sapphire look. I didn't bring that brooch out. I actually have a yellow one. It's oval. Maybe I'll show a picture. And it has that star in it, like a real star sapphire. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I forgot to say, this is also uranium. So even if something is not green to the naked eye, still check it. You will be surprised. These all glow green. Now this is sort of similar. It does have some satin beads on it. Again, another Art Deco era piece. These look, yeah, they've got some green in them, a little bit of like pink, red. And oh, I love these foil glass beads. And they are faceted. It's kind of hard to see. They're with the foil in them, it's kind of hard to see. Plus, you know, these are really old, so the facets have been worn down over time. But I believe these are Czech. Czech and Venetian glassmakers used foil. So like micro thin, you know, foil sheets while they're lamp working. They roll the bead into foil. They added different colored glass there, just gorgeous. And look at the chain. You've got these ornate connectors, these bead caps. They were, I don't know if they were gold, but the plating has come off and now they look silver, but I think they were like a gold color. But a lot of times the plating does come off and they get verdigris on them a lot. They just need a good soaking. Another favorite of mine, and as you can see from a lot of these necklaces, they're really, really long, and then they have this big focal bead at the end. Very much like a flapper style necklace. If you see ladies in the Art Deco era, they wore these really long necklaces. Very, very popular. Let's see, I've got some more foil. These are really, really beautiful. I believe they are Czech made. Gorgeous foil beads. They appear a little bit gold, but it's actually silver foil, and then the glass used over top is a little bit colored. There's some red, there's white, and these gorgeous spacer beads faceted with some AB coating, and then these little silver beads. And here's the clasp. I've seen a lot of Czech pieces with a clasp like that. What makes me think that they are Czech made? And again, always use your light. I wasn't expecting this, but a lot of the yellow beads glow orange, which means they have cadmium in them. Let's see. Okay, here's another foil glass necklace, and the reason why I got into collecting glass, I got a wonderful deal on these. I don't know why, because the person I bought these from had incredible old pieces. They knew what they had, so I'm not sure why I got such a good deal on them. I guess it was just, you know, right place, right time. These are Czech. These may even be older than Art Deco. I'm not quite sure. There's so many beads, and it's so long. It graduates. I believe these were restrung because the string's really thick. It's two different colors, and one of the beads broke here. I think it's been restrung, and I've gone back and forth about what to do with this piece. I do like the layout of it, but it's heavy, and I haven't worn it. I admire it and look at it so much because they're just so beautiful. Again, there's the foil. You can really see it there, how it wraps around, and it didn't completely wrap around there. You can tell where they put glass over it, and then there's little pockets where it didn't quite cover it, and the foil is exposed. And where it's exposed, it will turn that gray color. Just beautiful pinks, orange, yellows. This one's more yellow. And then it's got this grayish color mixed in there. That is because it's uranium. Look at that. These are spectacular. All the beads glow. So this one's a very prized possession, and I want to say, other than one necklace, this is worth the most out of all my collection. Worth several $100s, I would say. At least that's what I would charge to part with it. Is so hard to find with so many beads. Really hard to find. All right, let's see. Oh, going with the theme of foil glass, here's another one that's very, very fragile. I did not restring it. It's got two spring ring clasps there. I do not know the origin exactly. They're very rustic looking, although I think they were worn quite a bit. There's some Millefiori in there, which I lean towards Venetian. Got this kind of chalky white center there. This really dark stuff is the foil that has been burned off when lamp worked. And you can see where they put little lamp worked blue glass over it, and just in a few places, so it's very fragile. It's not a solid, you know, layer of glass, so it chips off very easily. The foil chips off, so this one's not in the greatest condition, but I thought it was really unique, and I still wanted it. It's also, I believe this is all original string that it's on, hand knotted. And then right here, the beads have like just little specks of glass, colored glass. I thought that was interesting because then you have the mix of Millefiori. So really unique, fragile piece there. Which also leads me to this one. This one's quite unique in itself and also very fragile, and if you look closely, you will see what I mean. These are Venetian pinched beads. These have a ton of pinches here where they took tongs. When the glass was hot, they pinched it there, and there's tons of tiny chips everywhere. I mean, just about every bead has chips on them. So in better condition, these are worth some money because of how fragile they are. Same with these foil glass here. Better condition, you know, more money they're worth. And I love that they added these Czech beads in the middle, spaced. You can see the Millefiori throughout, and it's got this stripe of Aventurine glass, or called goldstone. Just so gorgeous. And I don't mind the chips. The only thing is some of them are a little sharp, but it's really, really unusual to come across these anyways. So I needed them for an example. I've showed these before. Yeah, so I still love these. Now, speaking of Millefiori, I don't have a lot in my personal collection, but I will show you two that I have for sale. And I would consider these the lower end Millefiori because of, well, you'll see. These look very smushed together, like took Play-Doh and kind of made little just smushed beads. They're not, you know, shaped that well. These are okay. I like these. You can see the individual canes of glass in each one. This one I really like because of how bright red these beads are. And look at these. I love those. Spaghetti glass, whatever you would want to call them. I'm not exactly sure. I've heard spun glass. Trying to think of the other word. So these are definitely newer, I would say, like based on how these are linked with the gold. Probably 60s, 70s. Now I want to show in comparison some beads, some other beads I have. These are older, these are antique Millefiori glass beads, and look at just how smooth they are. They have been fire polished, and you can see just how well each cane sits next to the other one. Just beautiful, beautiful construction. Here they are next to the other ones. So these were definitely, you know, made, I would say, quickly for the souvenir market. All of these were for, you know, tourists, but these were made much quicker, probably offered, you know, cheaper than these would have been. These took a lot of time. Just beautiful. Here's something slightly different. These are a little newer, I would say 50s, and these are more than likely West German because of the luster coating on this. You would call this oil slick, not an AB coating. AB is different. Let me see. These little spacer beads here have an AB coating, very light color. But these have like just deeper, richer colors in them. This is a luster coating. I got them at a fairly decent price, so I thought I'd add these. They were different. They're dark beads, which I don't have any like that, so here's those. Let's see, I think there's one. Oh, there's a couple more I haven't gone over. These have kind of stumped me for a while. And I believe they are at least Art Deco era, possibly earlier. These are actual spatter glass beads. So they have just, you know, speckled, different colored look to them. Some people will refer to this as end of day glass because the story is that glassmakers at the end of the day would just take all the little tiny pieces of glass and just make a bead with it. But that's not the case because these types of beads are made very well. They have a lot of forethought and they weren't quickly put together. But people still call it end of day. That's a popular term with Czech glass. And I do have quite a few glassware pieces that are end of day that I plan on showing. But I actually am not sure if this is Czech or it would be Venetian or Murano. I'm not sure. But I've got to go ahead and show you guys because I was going to wait until at the end and scan over everything with my Blacklight, but I've got to show you this. You will not believe this. These glow. And they glow orange. When I turn the light off, you'll really see it, but they have cadmium in them. Just amazing. They are so beautiful. And again, look, they're hand knotted, old thread. Now, I'm going to quickly show these because I'm already going over pretty long. Don't want it to be too much longer. One of my absolute favorite pieces of glass, other than the foil glass, is iris glass. And I have a video specifically on it. This glass will be clear, or where was... Oh, like this Navette I used to replace this. It's kind of got a frosted look to it, but this is the same. It's going to be green, pink, blue. Those are the colors you will see in iris glass. It has these beautiful opalescent pink beads there, and again, it's really long, and then it has this, where is it? Okay. It has this focal bead at the end, and it's larger. Oh, I love this. I have worn this a few times. And as well as this one. This is absolutely beautiful. I paid up for this because it is quite unusual to see a bezel set iris glass necklace like this. A lot of times you see iris glass necklaces. There's not as much glass on it. You'll just have like one pendant with rhinestones. You see a lot of pieces with rhinestones in them, but this was really special, and it is sterling. All these settings are sterling, and I have worn this quite a few times, and it is just beautiful how it's faceted. Gorgeous. One of my favorites. Now, I'm going to move this aside and quickly show. All right, here's some really nice Aventurine glass, and I've got two different examples here, and they're slightly different colors. It's very interesting. So these are Murano. I would say, you know, circa 40s, 50s. Very, very beautiful. You can tell how they're lamp work. They have these nice filigree caps. Has a hook closure there. And then this has a Chinese clasp. And these lentil or disc-shaped beads. And they're more of a reddish color. I thought that was interesting. But they do use, like, you know, tiny, tiny particles of copper in this glass. Each country, family have their own sort of recipe to make this glass, as you can see, because these are slightly different color. I believe this is probably around the 70s. I was thinking this was older, and someone very knowledgeable let me know that these were indeed newer. So another beautiful glass that I love. These are actually both for sale. Let's see. This, oh, I love this one, and it's, all these I'm showing you are for sale. I am completely stumped on who made this. I don't know if it's newer. I don't know if it's older. Just the way these beads are made are just unusual. We have this opaque white milk glass, and then this amethyst colored glass, swirled, marbled together. Even these little tiny beads, they just look amazing. I don't know much about this, but I had to restring it. It was broken, and it was on older thread, so it makes me think, you know, Art Deco era. I just don't know where it was made. It is so beautiful. Here's some more Czech glass. I love the Czech faceted beads. I love how rough these look. Now these were actually sort of the lower end beads. They were very poorly faceted, and I think they're beautiful. Got these unusual pyramid shaped beads, and these sort of Venetian style. I don't know if these were also Czech, because you will find Czech and Venetian beads together. It's quite unusual. But it's possible it's all Czech beads. Now, this I just got. I've got to restring it. But these are some more Czech beads. These are satin glass. You can see here we've got this really pretty teal color, transparent, and then there's a white glass marbled together. These green spacer beads, and you can see here, very old clasp, very old string. It had this really cool oval shaped bead. And these teardrop shaped beads, they're also called mala beads. Very, very pretty. You can see the seam here. These were pressed, so they were in two separate molds and then pressed together during the process. Now, one of the most valuable necklaces I have is this right here. I have shown this before. I believe these are Venetian. I'm not quite sure. Some of you may recognize this clasp right here. Very ornate, and it is Miriam Haskell. I bought this not knowing someone designed this. I just Loved the beads. I saw that they were pinched and I thought, oh, those are beautiful. Miriam Haskell does use Venetian glass. She also uses Japanese glass, which I think are what these are. She used bumpy beads a lot. And did I say Czech glass? She used several different, types of beads. I would say Japanese is probably the most common you'll come across. So I'm a little unsure about these, but they are so gorgeous. Pinched beads. I remember watching Carla with Princess Casserole. She had some like this, and she said they look like chewed gum, which is like perfect explanation for these. So again, these are for sale, and I am open to offers on this one because there is damage to them. Of course, like I said, these pinched beads are very fragile, so there's a lot of, I think I counted like 20 broken little pinches there. Now, the very last piece, and then we'll do like a blacklight show. I think that'll be really cool. I've showed this before. I restrung it, and one of my subscribers, I believe it was Laura with Laura etc., she said use a blacklight on these because she's had a lot of them glow. Well, I used my blacklight and nothing happened. Well, that was because I needed to replace my batteries, and I didn't notice that the blacklight wasn't very strong. And I wasn't in a complete dark room. It's hard to see. So I replaced the batteries and used it recently, and I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, they glow. So I'm actually going to bring everything back out, and we're gonna use the black light. I'm gonna turn the light off and show you. I think I showed most of the ones that glowed, but it's very surprising which ones will glow, which ones have uranium or cadmium. There's another one called selenium. So just wait 1 second and we'll get this set up. All right, so the lights are off and I've got my black light. I'm going to start over here at the my right, and you can kind of see the threads will glow. I'm going to get where was the clasp there that had some uranium rhinestones. Here is this yellow necklace, glowing orange. I mean, bright orange. It is incredible. Of course, you can see, we'll go ahead and show this one. This is that yellow satin glass, and man, it is bright green. It is so beautiful. And then here's this foil glass with the yellow spacers, and they glow orange. Here's that beautiful foil glass necklace, glowing bright orange. And you know what? I didn't actually notice this. The melon glass beads are glowing. What kind of crazy things are going to happen? I got to get these out. Am I just, oh my gosh, you were kidding me. These glow. I had no idea. Oh my gosh. Wow, look at that. It's like totally different looking glass. Wow. I can't believe that. Just look at how these are glowing. Look at that. Look at that orange. It's incredible. Okay, and here's the, oh, get tangled here. Look at this. Here is the amber colored glass. Are you kidding me? the bigger faceted ones all have uranium. Guys, I'm telling you, check your glass. Because people love this glass that glows. Of course, iris glass typically doesn't glow. Wait a minute, are these spacers glowing? I can't really tell. So my light's a little different in the camera. Okay, ignore that. That's the thread glowing. You will see that a lot. Anything else glowing? No. Okay, these are painted. And if you look up close, you can tell that's just some paint will glow. Oh, you're kidding. The orange in this Millefiori has cadmium. Wow. Gorgeous. Look at that. Again, I had no idea. What is this? What am I seeing? Is that also glowing? Is there really some cadmium in this red? It wouldn't surprise me because, you know, that's how they get the red color. Wow, that's so cool. Well, now I have to change some of my listings. Just gonna go back over that again. I hope you guys really enjoyed that, and maybe look at some of these pieces differently. Just notice the detail, the work that's gone into these pieces. There are other people like me that collect these types of pieces and will pay good money. I want to say the one I paid the most for was this. I like to find a good deal, but I did splurge and I paid $100 for this one. Oh, we're kind of out of focus. So, which was still a great deal for that one. So I hope you guys really enjoyed seeing my collection. It has really grown since I started, so I thought it would be fun to just kind of show you guys, you know, everything laid out. And I hope, you know, get a cheap Blacklight. Do not get one that's high powered. Make sure that it's safe, because you know the sun is UV light and it can damage your skin. So be very, very careful. There are different wavelengths. I don't know the technical things, but there's some, you know, weaker wavelengths, I guess you would say, that aren't as very harmful to you, that you can shine, you know, on your skin, but definitely do not shine in your eyes whatsoever, whatever UV light. Be very, very mindful of that. You can actually get very small little keychain Blacklights that would be very handy to take with you. Put in your purse when you're out shopping. You can find, you know, the uranium depression glass if you're into that, or look at glass beads. I don't think, you know, as many people know to look at glass beads. And, you know, as we've seen here, I'm very surprised at what we found together. It's really, really cool. So yeah, okay, I am going to end here. I could go on and on. I'm not going to go through my loose beads. It's already too long. Maybe I'll do a separate one. So anyways, I really enjoyed you guys watching and hanging out with me, looking at my collection. Again, please like this video if you enjoyed it. I would love to hear from you guys. Leave a comment if you would like. Consider subscribing to my channel. I'll plan on bringing out more educational videos. That's where my heart is. That's what I love to do. So I will see you guys in the next video.